What's happening, YouTube? Figured I'd do a follow-up video with the Messon, 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 whatever, fire pits from Amazon. I did a previous video of the Messon, but that was the smaller tabletop version. This is the bigger version that they sell on Amazon. I waited till the fire really got going, just so you can see how high these freaking flames go. I would say 2.5 foot is how high these flames are. Yeah, I would say 2.5 foot. So this is the biggest one they sell on Amazon. They're freaking cheap. They're so cheap, especially compared to solo stoves. And they work so good. I've now used my smaller one a couple of times, and man, it works good. I've used smoking pellets, like using your barbecue smoker. I like those pretty good. But right now, what we're doing right now, this is those compressed, like, fire logs you get at the store that are wrapped in paper. That's what we are burning right now. This is the second time I've used those composite logs, or whatever they are, fire logs. What I do is I cut the log in half, and I did the one half of it previously, and then this is the second half, and they work pretty dang good. They burn complete. They say using these, it's a complete burn, which it is. There's nothing left on the inside. Like it 100% burns, like all of it. So it's pretty cool. Hardly any ash, like, at all. So it's awesome. Before, not this video, but a previous, when I used that fire log the first time, I used it on the back patio at my house, and it actually put a lot of soot up in the air, and then that soot, like, fell back down and kind of left black stuff kind of all over the patio. I wasn't too thrilled about that. But as you can see right here, you see the wheels in the background. It's deer season, and I'm at the deer camp. So I figured this would be a pretty cool little campfire thing to have at the deer camp. It's nice and cold tonight. Cold front came in today, and awesome time for a fire. And out here, I don't really care about soot. It just goes up and goes away. It's not on my back patio. So right now we are getting that second burn. The holes at the top are burning the smoke as it's supposed to. And this version of the Messon is same as the other one. It has those the holes on the bottom and the holes on the inside are stars. So again, it's pretty aesthetic pleasing versus just holes. Stars. I thought that was a pretty cool touch. But anyway, this is the bigger model that they sell on Amazon. Still very cheap compared to the competition, and it works really good. This is only the second time I've used this bigger one, and all I have used in this one is that fire log half before, and this is the second half of that fire log. In the smaller one, I really liked using those smoking pellets. So next time I use this, I will use pellets, because now that I've used up both halves of the fire log, now I can use the pellets. Anxious to see how this bigger one works with those pellets. I'm sure just as good as the smaller one. So anyway, very, very happy with these. I'm sitting 2 foot away from the fire pit, and I can absolutely feel the heat on my legs. And it's cold outside. It's in the 40s. And yeah, I know some people say 40s, that's not cold. It's cold, especially since I live in Texas, and we haven't really had any cold yet. So it's cold now to me, 40 degrees. And it's one of those humid colds. If anybody knows about humid cold versus dry cold, it's a humid cold. And oh man, it's humid cold feels so much colder than a dry cold. I go snow skiing in the mountains, all my life, and you could be snow skiing in a t-shirt, even though you're on the mountain and yes, it's cold and there's snow on the ground, but it's like a dry cold. You snow ski in a t-shirt, makes no sense. But then when it's a humid cold, oh my gosh, I can't stay warm. Something hits my bones. It's cold. I hate humid colds. Anyway, sitting next to this fire pit 2 feet away. My legs are nice and toasty. And then, of course, I can feel it up on my body too. But anyway, second video of the Messon fire pit off Amazon. This is the biggest model. It's, I would say it's a foot tall, 14 inches tall, 10 inches wide. So, I mean, it's not big, but it's also not small either. I would like one more size up. I would like a 15 or 16 inch tall by like 12 to 14 inch wide. I think that would be perfect. But anyway, this one's pretty cool, and it's keeping me warm at the deer camp, and nothing like sitting around a fire at a deer camp. Later, guys.